Okay, we've got a great group of people here this time around at the Terrain Modification Academy. And Monty's, one of the guys, is getting a massage right now, otherwise he'd be here right now. And we've got ourselves this transformational group here from 21 years old to close to 70, right?
You're welcome.
Okay.
70 years young.
No, we got a good variety of people, and everybody here really has stepped up their game. Okay, so like I was just talking to Neville, you know, most people, and this is a vacation that they've gone on, but it's a vacation for their evolution. Okay, so everybody here has changed so massively, not only just in their body and their looks and everything, but your calmness, your clarity, and all the different pieces that really make you feel that you're more fulfilled, you're more complete. You can't buy that. Okay, but it does take, these guys went through some pretty heavy duty work. Okay, you flew all the way from Australia. Okay, you guys came from the mainland. Okay, just to be able to make that jump is a big jump. Okay, and you know the big picture is that when you go on vacation, usually for 21 days, because that's where these guys have been. This is their last day right now. That you wind up gaining 21 pounds. You guys all transmuted yourself, okay, in a positive way. So this is why I try to go ahead and actually like to do these interviews, because I want, you know, a couple of guys here just to go ahead and tell you their story. You can heal yourself, especially if you see others that have done it. And healing doesn't mean that you had a physical sickness. You might have had a mental sickness. You might have just not felt good. You may not be sleeping well, and or you just may look in the mirror and you say, I'm aging so quickly right now, and I shouldn't be. So on the 10th day, when I was looking at these guys, everybody all of a sudden snaps into this. You just look 10 years, not younger, but 10 years of detoxification you lost. Okay, the younger part comes when you lose toxicity. You gain toxicity, all of a sudden we call that age. So look at Jeff. Jeff is here that has, you were here what, January?
Yeah, or no, July.
In July, okay. And Jeff has returned here, and he's helping with everything as far as inspiring other people. He's physical, okay? And this is what we want everybody to become once you leave here too, is to be around other people that are physical and really, you know, step up to finding other people that now you guys got a new life. You go home, you rearrange your furniture maybe, change things around, really change it up. Because this is like how you get this to stick, and I see a lot of people, you know, they change themselves from here, and then they go back to their old ways. Find some new ways. Really, open yourself up to be able to really take away some of the things you already know how to do, and open yourself up to doing other things that may not go ahead and actually, you know, have been in your landscape before. So I'd like everybody just to talk just for a few minutes. This guy here's transformed massively, is what I wanted to say. Jeff. If you see Jeff's interviews that we did with him, and how long ago was that when you were here?
3 months ago.
Okay. I don't know how much muscle weight and total body change you've changed. Massively, just looking from night and day.
Gained 20 pounds.
20 pounds of, not fat, 20 pounds of more usable flesh. Okay, and he's super athletic. We play everybody on the grass. Okay? It's fun playing on the grass when you're healthy. If not, it's not too healthy, you know, to not play. Okay, so once you start being healthy, you want to play. And if you're not playing right now, then you need to get healthy. It's real simple. So let's start with Neville here. Neville's from Australia. You'll hear his great accent in a second.
Yeah, no, it's certainly better than eye-opener for me and the change of life. I was just saying the other day, 3 weeks ago, getting on a plane in Melbourne, or getting ready to get on a plane, getting dressed before getting on the plane, I had to get my wife to help me put my socks on. Couldn't do that. I couldn't touch my toes, couldn't do, I could never cut my nails, couldn't put my jumper on, couldn't tuck my pants in. And so I was running pretty low. That was 3 weeks ago. If I got into the car, I would have to, being right-hand drive, getting in the right-hand side, I'd have to lift my leg up, put it in, hang on the roof, slide down the seat and pick my other leg up and put it in. Now I can jump in, not a problem at all. So
Massive change. 3 weeks, not 3 months,
yeah,
not 2 years.
3 weeks, yeah.
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 And his whole,
I couldn't lift my arm up.
Excellent. Now you've lost also some weight, we call it, body weight. How much did you go down?
20 pounds.
20 pounds. And you did 14 days of water fasting.
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
And very surprising how easy it was. I never had a hunger pain at all. I think my body was saying, after all these years, about time you woke up. And I found it really surprisingly very easy. However, in the 14th day, the lack of energy was the controlling factor there. I just needed to get this motor going again. But surprisingly, with a bit of coconut oil on the first day, very light, amazing how that energy came back really quickly. So,
well, just looking at you, you lost like 90% of your whole face is actually, you've changed. To me, in 3 weeks, you've regressed like age, like maybe, to me, 10 years of toxicity.
yeah.
Okay, your face was puffy before, everything basically as I saw you, super stiff. So what did you notice that was, you'd say, the best change that you've had, besides the flexibility and everything? Did you notice more clarity?
Oh, definitely, definitely more clear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Can I?
Just,
Yeah.
He also, can you share anything about touching your toes and?
Yeah, I've said that.
did.
Oh.
Yeah. The other thing is the stomach. I don't feel it, like it's not there. Whereas before it was always something, it was hungry or it was sick or it was full. Now, basically, my stomach's just nothing that I feel. It's just so happy.
And why did you come here in the first place? What was your main complaint?
Well, the last 3 years, just health-wise, running down. I've been really active all my life and eating and drinking and having a good time, but working a lot. But the last 3 years, just health-wise, just running down, going, what's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? And then I got Lyme. And now talking to Dr. Cassar, I realised that my body was running down to the point where it would accept the Lyme. So the Lyme jumped in for a bit of a holiday or to take over me. And we've pushed that, the pains out of my hands I had, they've all gone.
Excellent.
And I have no Lyme symptoms as pain, all gone.
Tell them what Lyme's disease is, because most people have no idea.
You'd be better off to explain.
Yeah, it's getting bit from some type of foreign invader, like a tick. And what it does, it's a neurological parasite, and it really affects people. We've had quite a few people here and had some very excellent results with drying out, just anything. No matter if it's Lyme's disease, diabetes, a lot of these different things. I don't really like to say anything about disease because I just really call it, let's clean up this machine, let's reverse its whole energy pattern. And no matter if you guys are younger, you're going to have massive changes. But a lot of older people, they notice the flexibility changes. You guys just know you're faster, quicker, and smarter. And all of a sudden, you're getting to be younger again. Couldn't put your socks on before? That's pretty debilitating. It's almost getting close to the wheelchair type. You know?
Couldn't put my pants on. I had to put my pants on, put one leg up, pull it up, but I couldn't get it down enough to be able to get the other leg up to get it in. So my wife had to help me put the pants on.
All right. That's pretty miraculous for anybody. You know, forget about age. Remember, he also had this disease that they went ahead and labeled him with Lyme's disease, which millions of people around the planet have. And we've seen lots of massive change with anybody that has any parasitic load. It doesn't matter what you have, yeast, mold, fungus, candida, whatever it is. What you're doing is you're just drying everybody out of your system, okay? And found the best results with everybody here doing the higher amounts of water fasting. Don't you agree, Dr. Murray?
Oh yeah. Doing the more the better.
The more the better. Yeah.
And most people aren't hungry by day 14. But it's the boredom. I'm sure they can all share this with you. And we do a lot here, but you do get to a point where you don't want to just sit in bed and you're tired of being tired. And I think that's kind of like what got you guys is the being tired, being really tired. Yeah.
But it is surprising in your mind to think, how can I go for 2 weeks without anything to eat? Because you've never done it for 2 hours. And and your body just lets you do that. And just the craving. And talking last night, cooking tea and smelling the dinner.
Smelling the foods.
And it was a really good smell.
Mm-hmm.
And you were saying, oh, normally you'd go and you'd want to eat it all, and it was the same. I could smell it. It was really nice, but I didn't have that. I have to go over and take some.
Yeah.
Because I was quite happy to sit back and when it was ready to eat it, I'd be and eat it. It was,
See, what happens when you water fast, just so you know, you become humble. Your system is not needy or greedy. So this is one of the biggest pictures of really doing a water fast and an extended water fast, and or even just doing intermittent fasting like I do every day. And come on over here, Monty.
Yeah.
Come have a seat right here. So, you know, smelling foods to me, and this is what happens to everybody here. Once you tame down most of these yeast, mold, fungus, parasites in your system, no matter what they are, you don't really need to feed a lot. And when you do smell things, it actually is satisfying for me just to be able to smell. You never see me nibbling, but I used to before. And or when I used to smell like even tri-tip or something for years when I got off of meat, I used to salivate. But once I really clean my system up, I don't salivate anymore. Okay, and that means that you don't have those guys inside you that make you so that you want to do these things. So Neville's had beautiful, changes in many ways. As everybody does. This is the best part about the academy here. You know, when you're a normal doctor, 50% of the people that you see, they may not even change. They sort of, 50% of the people usually get better. This is like a little statistic. Normal doctors, everybody, okay? 25% get worse, and 25% stay the same. Those aren't great odds. Everybody we've ever seen, you can verify this, okay?
Yeah.
Everybody gets massive changes for the better. And what you're doing is not doing more, you're doing less. It's sort of like your whole body's intelligence is actually going in reverse to be able to fix you, that you don't really need that much intelligence just to stop eating for a while, but you do need the right terrain, like when you go to a place like this where everybody's doing the same stuff. You couldn't do this at home. It's really hard. Oh, and we've got Monty here, just got done with an hour massage. Look at it. Night and day too. Look at these guys. Everybody, to me, is all of a sudden got their own unique vitality that I see. So can you just give a couple minutes of your transformations of things that you felt? Like I said, this is the healthy vacation for yourself. First time probably you've ever done it.
I don't know where to begin, it's just, I don't know.
He's so relaxed now. He just got his hour massage.
Why did you come here?
What was your reason
What were you
at the
facing,
beginning?
yeah?
Just couldn't get better, man. Just couldn't knock it.
Yeah, couldn't break through.
Couldn't break through what I needed to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I tried, and 8 years down the road, got better, but never got better.
Mm-hmm.
And sorry, that massage just kind of pulled a lot out.
No, massage takes all your emotions where it's supposed to be. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I just,
That's great,
I just kept popping to new protocols and getting better, and always keeping that hope and, fighting my soul to do it. And then I just finally made a few changes for some stuff, and then I found out about you and took it from there, and I just finally looked at the whole program and says, this is what I have to have. And I've come a long way since I got here, but I know there's more. There's a lot more out there, that I need to do. It's just not be here for 3.5 weeks and it's done. But I'm ready. I'm ready to do it. I'm ready to retake my body.
Yeah, nice. So, like I said, everybody's got their own story, and the stories that I see from everybody is massive evolution, change, detoxification, rejuvenation, just mind expansion. So everybody that I see, because a lot of times my dad would say, why is a 21-year-old guy coming to your place? What's wrong with him? Is he sick? No, he wants to grow. He wants to really maybe see these protocols and see if they actually work. And if they work on him, then you know what? Then he's got something to talk about, because everybody's in need. Everybody's got some form of sickness. So, just that's why I do these things too, Dr. Mario, because I love to be able to see the people at the end here start their new world, start their new life. Just got a kickstart. That's all you did. You're with this group here. It was great here because everybody here was at this layer that really helped everybody else out. Everybody did. We've had other groups that you know, weren't as inspirational with each other, but this group here
Very
is
supportive.
very supportive and
Yeah.
growing. Travis.
Trevor.
Trevor wrote a few things he wanted to talk about, and Trevor's one of your guys. When he got here, he had not a 6-pack, he had an 8-pack. Okay, so it's not like he came here because, you know, he wanted to, you know, get a better set of abs, or he just wanted, you know, what was your reasoning coming here?
Well, first of all, you know, massive credit to the staff here and the whole operation, because it's really ingenious, and you know, everyone tried their very best and were able to get to such, you know, great potential here. But the reason I came here was, you know, I've been healthy, you know, for a few years now, and really watching what I eat, whether it's vegetarian or vegan, and cutting out the flesh, cutting out the processed foods. And as time goes on, you really start to get more and more of an understanding, but I wanted more. I wanted to experience more, especially pushing my body to a physical limit that would, you know, my goals were to heal, release, and rejuvenate, and be able to detach, detox, deprogram all sorts of things on every different level, so that I can evolve, so that I can optimize in every way. And it's been quite an experience, because, you know, I've learned and gained so much just from the short amount of time here, way more than I even thought I was going to be able to do, which was really nice and really refreshing, and being able to let go of certain things that you thought were important that just aren't, and focus on.
Yeah, I remember we had one day where you talked to me about, like, you were going through a lot of, like, decision making.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, oh, this day has become like this weird day where all this stuff is coming up. So that was something that you went through.
Yeah, things become so much more clear, and like Dr. Cassar was saying, being able to come back to a really humble spot, it really helps you determine the arrow and navigate towards the right direction that fits you the best. But I mean, yeah, being able to, going from nothing but water, being completely drained, and then coming back into the, like, living liquids of vitality and everything, was just, you know, that flip the switch went, and you just became so much more alive, and like you feel this natural high that you're so grateful for being able to have the chance to treat yourself to that level of optimum health.
Nutrition.
And you did 14 days too.
I did 14 days of distilled water only, and then a couple days of just liquids, and then slowly went into solid foods.
Fermented liquids too.
Fermented, yes.
Rebuilding the gut wall.
Yeah, so Trevor had fasted before he came here. He had done a couple fasts, but never a water fast, right?
Never a water fast that long. I'd done 8 days of liquids, but that was it. And day 10 really is a marker point when you start transcending new bounds and really progressing.
Well, how easy did you, like, because you fasted before, but you never have done water. Like, was it what you expected, or what?
It was a little harder than I expected, because one thing too I wanted to mention too is, like, I relied on sugar a lot too much, like whether it was taking in fruit juice or just eating fruits a lot. You know, it really makes you kind of feel weak, and makes like the tank is empty and you need to keep refueling. So I'm excited to go towards more of the high fat, low carb, low sugar type of recipes, but it was definitely difficult, and there was times where you don't want to put any effort outside, and it's really a lot of, you can feel on so many levels how much healing is going on inside, and that your body hasn't been able to do for your entire life, and you break all the cycles that you have been stuck in the rut of doing ever since you can remember. And to be able to break all those and just really like I said, detach so that you can reprogram properly and really, use your brain again.
Use your brain again.
Now that you're eating again, how's your sugar cravings?
Way less than they used to be. No more. I have no craving of sugar, and I used to add sugar a lot. Even organic cane sugar or whatever, the better type. But still, I mean, there's a massive difference.
Well, you're like a sort of a champion type athlete, because I saw you out there. You can run, you can jump, you're like Jeff, okay? You guys really, all you guys really can pour on the fuel. So you'll find out the best fuel for superior athletes, it's not sugar, it's the oils. Okay, the oils, because most people won't be able to feel this, but you guys are at that superior level where you're going to feel that the oils are going to make you stronger. They're not going to make you needy. They're not going to make you moody. They're going to go ahead and actually give you constant energy throughout the system, okay? And that's better than burning up and down like this. So for me, that's what I found out. I go on a more of a glucose type of diet. I get weak right away. My whole system doesn't really perform like the oils do. The oils, I have a little bit and I get a lot of power, versus the sugars, I go up and down and I constantly have to refeed.
It's like a clean burning fuel.
Clean burning fuel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to with the sugar thing, I thought it would just be cool to mention, like you guys brought cacao to us, and they make these cacao balls and normally use like agave or honey or some kind of sugar. And so I know that Brenda was really worried about not making them with sugar, and like really worried that like, oh, they won't be good, and she made this huge batch of cacao balls, which are so good, but she was like so insecure that they weren't good and they weren't yummy, and we've like eaten like all of them at this point. And they're no sugar and they're absolutely delicious. And so I think we can all kind of recognize that after a fast, like you don't need added sugar, and you don't miss it.
Yeah.
And you don't want to reprogram yourself back to having sugar. Sugar's like this ecstasy thing, okay? You have it here and there, and don't just swallow it so fast. Chew it all up until the sugar's gone. But for me, see, I know, like all you guys did, you broke all your programs down to nothing. Almost all your addictions down to nothing. And so now you can reprogram yourself the way you want to be or the way you used to be. It's up to you. Because right now you've got a clean slate. It's like all of a sudden you cleaned your hard drive and you've expanded it. So what do you want to do? Fill it with the same things that you did before? No, that's why you came. So you've broke programs down, and now it's really smart to go ahead and actually, even if you don't feel these programs are your other, like, not having sugar, in 1 month, your whole system will adapt to this new way. And this will be your new life. And you won't feel like you're missing anything. Nothing. But your friends, that you make certain foods, you'll notice the healthier you guys get, the less food tastes good to people that aren't healthy. My food doesn't taste good to unhealthy people. But to me, I love it. It's perfect. I got everything I want. I don't feel like I'm missing one thing. So
I will mention the recipes and foods that they cook up here once you do start eating are the best foods you've ever had.
Ever.
And nothing bad, it's just all the good stuff, and it's prepared. And it's funny to see how easy and quick you can whip up a main, several main courses for, a group of 8 or 9 people just within a half hour to 40 minutes.
And it's so good.
So good.
So good.
So good.
Yeah, last night we had mushroom burgers with like a pecan meat stuffed in it, and then we had
Cashew sauce or something, was that?
Dosa.
yeah, we had dosa, which is a fermented, like almost like a bread but no grain.
Green beans.
Raw ketchup, our tahini sauce for the salad.
That's what
Just so
tahini
easy.
sauce was so good.
Tahini. Get yourself some tahini.
This guy made it. So that's the other part about the retreat, and I don't know if you guys talked about like what your like most favorite part is. Mostly, usually people say it's something with the food, but yeah, I mean you learn how to make fermented foods, right, and to make these sauces and things pretty easy. Do you think you're gonna be able to take that home with you and do that stuff in your own kitchen?
Absolutely.
The other thing that's I've really noticed is and it's happened to me, is our eyes. The whole group of us, when we talk to each other and look in each other's eyes, they're shining and clear. And in my case as well, I had little white rings around my pupils, which is heavy metals, and they're gone. Just
And we look
wonderful.
at each other's eyes because
Yeah, we know. We know. I've never,
more connected.
Never seen a group of people that look at each other's eyes when we're talking to each other, and it's just so invigorating because you can understand something because you're actually within their soul.
Engaging.
Exactly.
And it's happened to us all, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Amazing.
We're like a little family.
Thanks for bringing that up.
We're like a little family now. Everyone's leaving
Well, you are.
today.
I call the family. Everybody's on the same vibe. We're all in the vibe of joy. It is. And if you eat these foods, it's like a vibration of joy, bliss, and happiness. And if you eat these foods and do these things, then you get the opposite. So we're all in joy, bliss, and happiness. I see it and feel it in everybody. I do. So keep going, guys.
Yeah.
Just being able to be around such a great group of people, and really you learn about yourself when you come to a place where everyone else has the same mutual type of goals and intentions of health, and you can really learn a lot even from yourself and for yourself just by being surrounded by others.
It's really refreshing to be around like-minded people too, and it takes a place like this to be able, like, I feel like I have absorbed a lot here, whereas like if I was somewhere else that just wouldn't have happened. It's like I'm finally ready to allow in all this information that has like been floating around me for years, but I haven't like fully utilized it, and now it's I feel like that's time.
Yeah, you've shared that you're gonna go home and like get all your friends pumped about
Yeah.
health.
Yeah.
And
Well, I've got a real good lineup because I'm moving to Bend, Oregon after this, so I can kind of go and create something new people, new place.
your life.
Yeah, new way of living. So.
That's the best thing right now. If anybody can change it up, if you're going to move, that's one thing. You're not moving, redo your furniture, rip everything out of your cabinets, take all the things out that basically you don't use this anymore. Why are you keeping it? Okay, it's even broken. Clean it up. Once your brain's clean, then your environment around you is an extension of yourself. So when you come home, you're going to notice a lot of things that maybe it's not that you don't like, that you don't sit with anymore. Your brain now is an extension of your terrain that you live, how you live, in your car. Okay, your brain's clean, your car's clean. Your brain's dirty, your car's dirty. And the only reason your car's dirty is because you don't see the dirt. But once you guys go home, you're going to see a lot of stuff that all of a sudden you say, I'm going to fix this up. I'm going to upgrade whatever I need to do, or I'm going to get rid of things I don't need anymore. And you have a new. Best part is you have a new story to tell other people. The best kept secret in town, okay, is evolving yourself. It is. Best kept secret in town is evolving yourself. Because why? Because it makes you feel joy, bliss, and happiness, and that's what everybody wants. So, yeah, I see everybody's feelings. Such beautiful thing to see. It's the end of the trip for me to be able to see everybody's massive energy change. Not even the visual, just everybody's energy change. Buddy's humbler. Buddy's nicer.
Tanner.
Okay, more tan. You guys look like you just came back from a Mexico trip out in the sun. Yeah. but
Well,
you're
we just
white.
went to the beach yesterday and spent a beach day.
Yeah.
So that was fun. Yeah.
Okay.
Do you guys have anything else you want to share? But I kind of did an interview with Brenda and Nico already, but these three are leaving today. So if there's anything else you want to share with people, anything that you feel
Yeah, Brenda hasn't said a word.
that might help
say
other
some,
people who are maybe thinking about coming to do this and change their life.
That's what I was gonna say. Because a lot of people can't make the jump like you guys did. Okay, and need to see that making jumps like this and going into territory that you had no idea. Most of you had no idea what you're getting into.
I
Probably.
had no idea what it was really going to be like. No idea.
Did you feel that all of a sudden you're maybe, a lot of people say, well, I want to make sure it's worth me doing or whatever. Did you feel that you actually gained a lot of movement here?
Oh yeah. I felt safe. I felt like I was in good hands. you feel she's really knowledgeable, and it just went from I was dead, now I'm alive.
Boom! Like yesterday in the car, Brenda was telling me, you were saying that you're like 21 days. You're like, and I'm like a new person. You said.
I have a whole new life.
Yeah.
I get to start all over with everything. I'm going to throw my stuff in my car, maybe get a motorhome, maybe not. And I'm just going to go from one national park to the next. I was going to go back to Guatemala, but I'm going to stay away from those parasites for a little bit. I'm just going to go.
So you're going to change it up too. See, this is what happens to people. You change it up because you feel like you can now. And you want to because your old system doesn't make that much sense anymore. It just doesn't.
I want to see what else is out there.
Yeah, it's a big courageous thing for people to take away all these different programs and take away all these different toxicities, different things, because now you have the space to be able to really grow. And so make the space though, and really, when you get home, remember, in 2 weeks, this is what I find out. In 2 weeks, this happens. You can go back to your own ways really easy. So don't. Remember, switch it up in your house. Switch it up in a lot of different places. The first 2 weeks when you guys get back is your programming of your new life. It's programming of your new life. Okay? And you got to tell everybody around you if you had emotional distress with them, guys, I'm reset, so don't ever bring anything up in the past. There's no reason to. I've already let go of all those knots and all those emotions, and it's all good. Let's start from here forward, because that's a lot of times people are under a very safe feeling here because there's no nicking at people here. Everybody's here to help people grow. But when you go back, you're going to get the nickering again. You're going to get the dull spears sometimes thrown at you. So you got to tell people too, especially I call the scheitstigators, okay? The ones that want to carry this thing and pull you back into their drama. Just reset it and just tell people, that's what I've done. Let's start over. Let's start fresh, because I'm fresh right now, and let's start a clean slate.
Yeah, and when was the last time that you were to take 21 days solely for your health, whether you had issues or not? Like just being able to take that time to solely focus on regeneration and shedding of dead weight, dead emotions, holding you back to expand exponentially.
Yeah.
No.
Well said. Well said. Well, I've got to get Trevor to the airport.
You know what? All I feel like doing is giving everybody a hug. I do, because I see these guys have done such grand, courageous movements. This is courageous to do. Like I said, you guys didn't even know what you're getting into. Seen maybe some videos, you've seen some such and such, or maybe it's Hawaii. If worse comes to worse, heck, I'm going to Hawaii.
Everybody kind of thought 7 days water, and they went to go 14, so you never know.
It's true.
All right. No, it's good. So I'm going to give everybody a hug. All right, brother. And a kiss. Guys, get them too. It's all right. Why? A kiss? I love these guys. All right.
Next time.
Thanks, Doc.
There you go. Your room, mate.
All right. This is so nice. This is the best part of the whole thing, is when everybody's sort of like got a new sail in the wind. You know, now they can go ahead and maybe go to another spot.
I wish you the best of luck, and
I'm going to see you in the car.
Yes, please do. Oh.
Okay, Mama.
We're camping, everybody. Candy.
Great. Really good.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Mama gets one
Hug
too.
train! Yay!
Yeah. It's been a great experience.
Dr. Marty's the easiest one to hug because I'm a midget. Otherwise, everyone else is like this. All right, and Jeff, man. Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
All right.
Important reminder, All information and ideas are for informational purposes only and are in no way intended as medical advice or as a substitute for medical counseling. Earthshift Products, Dr. Robert Cassar, all of their partners, affiliates, and subsidiaries will not be held accountable for the use or misuse of the information presented therein. This information is not intended as medical advice. The authors, publishers, and speakers of this work are not medical doctors and do not recommend the use of mineral-deficient foods, drugs, or medicines to achieve beauty and to alleviate health challenges. Because there is always some risk involved, all persons involved with the development and distribution of this information are not responsible for any adverse effects or consequences of any kind resulting from the use or misuse of any suggestions or procedures described on our website or Earthshift Live radio talk show or therein.